Hello. Oh. Hello, hi, my lovelies. It's Awami, also known as Life Through Awami, and today we are back again with the story time. Well, yeah, no, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but if it's your first time here, welcome. It's all on me. If you're not following me on social media, what are you doing? I feel like that's where I kind of like post a lot of content compared to YouTube. So make sure you follow me over there. Click the follow, okay? Let's engage with one another. Let's connect. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome my loves. I know you guys have just been waiting for a video, and this video has been long awaited, okay? Like, I feel like I've had so many clips and so many opportunities to like just film and like produce videos, but I kind of like lost my spark with YouTube because it is so hard to like be consistent when you kind of don't see the growth and it's like very slow. But nonetheless, I feel like I'm yapping a little too much, honey. Am I? I don't know. If you think I'm yapping too much, comment down below. Tell me if I'm a yapper, okay? Tell me if I'm a yapper. Apparently, I'm a yapper. Before we get right into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to be part of the family. Yeah, subscribe, like the video, share the video with a friend or two. Honey, let's get into story time. I know you guys have been waiting for the story time for a while, okay? If you know me, you know my real life. If you don't know me, this is me giving you a piece of my life. So as you see with the title of the video, on today's video, honey, we are building a cake, okay? We are building a cake. While let's give you guys a story time, I got these donuts from Walmart. They're like double glazed. They're like glazed donuts. And then I got like these cute like cupcakes. Okay, where have I been? Every time I feel like it's gonna just take me back to like a very dark time in my life. Like I was really going through it, and it's kind of unfortunate that like when I was going through it at that time, I had basically nobody. Like my parents are back home. I am without my dog. So it's just been a lot, you know, and then having to like experience being homeless while just having money to like get a spot is like a different kind of hurt. It's like a different kind of pain because, yeah, like, you know what? Let me show you guys what I have right now. They smell so good. I had like 3 of these today in one sitting, okay? And after I finished school, I decided, like after I graduated, I decided to move out of the place that I was living because the environment was kind of like getting a little toxic. I made the decision to move out. The spot was really affordable. Like I think I was paying like 600 Canadian. I don't know how much that is in rands. It's probably like 6K. Yeah, 6K or 7K. And mind you, I'm paying for a room and I live with like 3 other people. So that wasn't fun. But so yeah, I graduated 2024. Like I needed to kind of move out because I had been living at that spot like since 2022, since I moved here, since I moved to Canada. So I felt like I needed to move, you know. I felt like this is a fresh start for me. Like I need this. I need to kind of start winning now. I graduated in June. I graduated in June, and I stayed at my place for like another 4 months because I was kind of like looking, and I honestly did not want to like rush the whole picking a spot. I knew that I wasn't ready for like my own apartment financially because I had just finished school, and at that time I was working at McDonald's part-time. I was probably like working 20 hours per week, you know, so that was not much, and I'm working at like minimum wage at that time. Honey, minimum wage was minimum wage. Like it was bad, okay? So I had mentally told myself that I was not ready for an apartment. God, like, yes, I would love an apartment, but the funds were not there. And there was a thing of, okay, like, let's just move out of this spot that you've been. Worst decision I ever made, okay? Like, I am regretful. I had an idea of what I wanted. I knew that like I couldn't afford an apartment, so looking for a shared house, like shared kitchen, washroom, but my own room. Just like going through Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, guys, like housing in Canada is finding housing is crazy. Like it's so hard. One spot like piqued my interest, and it's so crazy that like when I seen that post, I was on the verge of giving up. Like I had told myself and the partner that I was with at that time that like, hey, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna give up because it seems like I'm not able to find a place. And mentally I had accepted that like maybe it's not the time for me to move out right now. God probably has like bigger plans. Ugh, guys, the devil, hey, the devil works. He works hard, hey, he works very hard. But yeah, so I see in the spot and it was like 700, and you have your own room. And in the ad, it spoke about like having Netflix, but I have my own Netflix. So like Netflix was not a thing for me. It was like, okay, cool, that's nice to have, but I have my own Netflix. Like I really could not care less. Yeah, anyway, but I was desperate. These two things I hate in life, poverty and desperation. I hate those. But anyway, because I was desperate, I decided to call the number, and an elderly male picked up, and I asked like if the room was available and when I could come see it. And he was like, oh yeah, you could come right now. Basically confirmed that the room was still there. And I asked when I could come see the room. And he basically stated that I could come see the room right away as it was still like open, and he was very interested in like finding somebody ASAP kind of. Red flag number one, because why are you in such a rush to find somebody? I overlooked it. But anyway, we get to this house, guys. It's so pretty. The house was gorgeous. Thing I see is a camera. There's a camera outside this man's house. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe security reasons. Like maybe this neighborhood is kind of sketch. But like looking at the houses around, it looked like a very like prevalent, neighborhood. So I didn't think much of it, honestly. Like I honestly did not think much. He proceeds to tell us to remove our shoes. Open the door, and as I proceed to go in, I go in, and my ex wanted to come in too, and he basically tells him, no, you are not allowed to come in. So at this point, I'm looking at him like, what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean he's not allowed to come in here? Like, he's not gonna live here, but he's helping me pick or like view the spot. And he's like, no, the other girl that lives upstairs is not gonna feel comfortable with the male coming upstairs. I was like, okay, cool, it's fine. You know what? It's okay. Let's let it be. And unfortunately, at the time, like I was with someone that was very okay with things not being okay. He let it slide, and I was upset. But I was like, you know what? It's okay. Lovely house. We go in. I go in. There's like a camera right there in the living room. Weird. I look around. There's like family pictures everywhere. Weird. He shows me the kitchen. The kitchen's pretty, okay? It's a nice, decent kitchen. But as I was walking into the kitchen, there was like a sliding door like opposite me, and like the sliding door had like curtains like covering what it was. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this is weird. Maybe it's a garage, and like he just doesn't want us to see the cars he has. I don't know. That's what I thought. But red flag number 2. No, red flag number 5. I don't even know. But like curtains on it, like so you couldn't see what was in that room. But anyway, he shows me the kitchen. He shows me he's like, oh yeah, so this is basically gonna be your spot. And he just shows me, guys, in a room filled with cupboards, he shows me just one cupboard, like one cupboard that you could open like this. He shows me that, and he's like, that's where you're gonna be putting your groceries. And I'm like, oh, okay, what about the other cupboards? And he's like, oh, yeah, no, the other girl has a lot of things. So in my head, I'm like, okay, one girl just having all these cupboards, it doesn't make sense. But anywho's, I let it be. And then he shows me the fridge. And he basically, guys, when he opened the fridge was packed, okay? The fridge was packed with a lot of food. So in my head, I'm like, okay, guys, this food can't just be for one person, okay? This food can't just be for one person. But I ignore it because I'm desperate. The house, and he shows me the washing room. Like, the washing room, he tells me not to go downstairs because it's like a basement situation. And he's like, oh yeah, it's right over here, but you can't come down. And I'm like, okay, whatever. He tells me that I can't go in the washing room with him, but he goes down the stairs and he's like, oh yeah, so this is the spot where you're going to be doing your washing, blah, blah, blah. And then he takes me upstairs, and as I go upstairs, like it's pretty decent, it's nice. He shows me the washroom, he shows me my room, and the room was quite big. It was a decent size. So I was like, oh yeah, nice, I love it, blah, blah, blah. And I guess he gave me like 2 days. And because I was desperate, I basically told him I'm interested. I would like to get the room. And he basically let me like sign the lease. And it's so crazy now that I'm looking back because I missed so many red flags. Like on the lease, it did not state that like the washer was like a public space. Like you verbally told me that you could use the washer, but it's not on the lease because the past tenants were like abusing basically the washing, and like I had to take it out of the lease. I was like, you know what, it's okay, like I understand, let me just be sweet and polite. And I moved in the end of January or the beginning of January. That's when I moved in, and I paid the money, I paid him his money. And when I moved, the day I moved in, that was the day when I found out the most craziest stuff. Like, the man had actually, he was living in that house, okay? He had initially told me that he comes occasionally in the house just to like check up on it, and he was divorced. Oh my God, the day guys, when I found out, my heart dropped, okay? Like, I was so devastated. I was so sad. I felt like I had been tricked into moving into this place. Like, I've moved out, and now that like I've kind of like grown from it and like healed from that experience, I think the biggest thing that like international students or like that we as international students have to do is do your research, guys. Just because you're desperate doesn't mean that you should settle for whatever offer that lands on your lap. Yeah, like I feel like now I'm able to like do my research and like properly dive into something with full awareness of what's to come from me diving into it. Yeah, he basically left me. And I think at that time, I remember like a lot of my friends and a lot of like the people close to me, the one thing that they kept asking me is, oh, why isn't he inviting you to come sleep over, not sleep over, but move in with him, you know? Because he had a basement, like he had a very stable like property kind of. So yeah, anywho's, yeah. So I found out he was living in the house. It's so crazy because maybe like I didn't sleep at my spot for like a couple of days. And then the day when I finally decided to sleep there, I met the girl that was living in the other room. So I'm like, hey, like, how are you? And like, she was from Morocco, I think. She was very nice. Like, she was very nice. And I basically asked her if she knew that he lived here. And she was like, yeah, I knew, but he didn't disclose it. Like, just like you, I came into the situation like unknowingly, and because I was desperate, I also moved in, and I don't have anybody. I don't have family. That was really tough. I find that like we kind of trauma bonded on the fact that like we had been deceived. Not like when I realized that he lived in the house, I tried to like distance myself from him a bit, like not talk as much. Like when I'm going to the kitchen, just grab my food, go upstairs and like lock myself in the room. That was probably the most depressed I've ever been in my whole entire life. Like it was horrible, okay? It it was nasty work. So yeah, anywho's time, me and the girl were in the kitchen, and I guess she was cooking, and we're kind of like talking, and I was trying to like get a sense of who she is, like trying to get to know her. And I remember the landlord walking into the kitchen, and he's like, "Oh, hey ladies," and we're like, "Hey," and he goes into his room with the sliding door. Like, I hate myself for that. But he goes in and he comes out and he asks, "When are we gonna be done?" And essentially, I'm looking at him like, "What?" And the other girl's like, "Oh, I'm almost done." And I'm holding a plate of food, mind you. So he already can tell that, like, I'm done. I'm just waiting for my roommate or my housemate to, like, finish up so we could go upstairs. So at this point, he further tells us, or he instructs me to go upstairs. He tells me, "Go upstairs right now because I need to use the kitchen." So me being me, you're not gonna walk all over me. I'm sorry. Like, you are not gonna walk all over me. You are not going to pull the race card, or like, you are not gonna do that. I'm sorry. You are not gonna do that. So the first thing I did was record him. I took out my phone. I recorded the whole conversation in case anything happened. I did not want a whole thing going on where it's like, "Oh, I'm an angry black woman," or like, "I'm aggressive." You know, the stereotypes that come with being black. I did not want that at all. So I knew that I had to record this whole interaction. So he basically instructs me to go upstairs and to wait for my housemate in my room. And I tell him, "No, like, I'm not going to do that. This is a shared public space. Like, you're not going to tell me to leave the kitchen." And he's like, "Oh, this is my house." He gets real angry and like loud and rowdy, you know? And he tells me that this is his house. I'm going to do as he wants. If I don't want to listen, I need to get the F out of his house. Yeah, so at that point I was still standing like, "No, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm sorry. Like, I pay rent to be here. Like, number one, you did not disclose that you lived here. No, that's not gonna happen, honey. You could tell some other girl, not me." So I continue standing there and I continue talking to my housemate, and this man proceeds to tell me that he's gonna call the cops to come kick me out. So being an international student, I feel like our biggest fear is the cops. So the moment I heard that he wanted to call the cops, my immediate thought was, okay, just leave. Like, just leave. You don't want any documentation. You don't want to get involved with the cops. Like, you don't want that. Like, you don't want that for yourself. So I leave. And as I'm leaving, he's like yelling, like he's like yelling real loud, and he's like, "Get out of my kitchen! Who the f do you think you are? This is my house!" Like, so then I proceed to like walk to the living room because I knew there was a camera. In my head, I'm like, okay, let me just get to safety. Like, if anything happens, I want it to be recorded. Like, I feel like that's my best bit. Like, he tells me that because I'm not listening, and I'm a very entitled young lady, that he's gonna kick me out. So he basically tells me that I need to get the F out of his house because I'm not listening or abiding by his rules. Honestly, it was a lot. Like, just thinking about it, I've never been treated like that, you know? Like, I've never been treated like that. I felt scared, that like I've never had a male figure speak to me like that. Like, I've never had my dad speak to me like that. I've never had my uncle speak to me like that. So to have to hear somebody speak to me in that manner, and they treating me as if like I'm living at their spot for free, was very heartbreaking. Like, it was really tough. And I remember going upstairs, and the one thing I yelled at him was, "You lied. You did not disclose that you live here." And he's like, "Well, it's my house. I could do whatever I want, and you just gotta sit in it." So yeah, that's what happened. I feel like talking about it now, I having to like relive the past. Like, guys, it was tough. Hey, it was so bad. I remember when he threatened me with that, like my first thought was, let me leave immediately. Like, it was so bad. And then I remember, like, after 2 days of that whole incident, he basically texted me and he's like, oh, you need to leave my house. Like, I've been so nice to you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it just felt like the anger was directed at the wrong person. You know, it felt like this person had been so sad and he hated his life. And he just wanted to, like, hurt somebody. Like, it's so crazy. I'm going through my phone because I'm trying to see, like, screenshots that I could find and, like, read a couple of the things that he said to me. Everything was happening. I had to prepare for my travel to go back to SA. So yeah, this man was kicking me out and I had a whole trip coming up. Like, I was so depressed, guys. I was depressed. It was horrible. I don't want you guys to see his name. Guys, I'm literally shaking. Like, on this day, I hate the fact that it's trying to focus on me. Give me a second. Okay, well, it doesn't want to like not focus on me. But he had basically said, I was like following up because he had turned off the stove, so I wasn't able to cook for like a week, kind of. And he's like, I sent a message a few minutes ago to the other girl explaining that a big fuse in the stove blew and you'll have to use the microwave for the evening, and that's the best I can do till tomorrow. Mind you, this was after everything happened. And then sent me a screenshot of something that he Googled. And it says, it's a screenshot that basically says that, no, a renter who shares a kitchen or bathroom with the owner of a home in Ontario does not have illegal rights to stay without the owner's consent. So he had sent me this screenshot. He had sent me this screenshot. And he was basically telling me that I need to leave. And below that, he was like, I'm going to suggest that you find a place by the end of this month. Mind you, I had not even lived in the spot for like a month. Like, I had just moved in, kind of thing. And he's like, I'm not going to I'm not going to be told what to do in my own home. That's the second time in 2 weeks you cause an issue. Okay. And anywho's, there was that. Like, it's so nasty. Read it to you guys because I have the time today, child. I have the time. Guys, if anything happens, this man has my SIN number, okay? Like, he has my SIN. It's him. It's him. Being able to treat somebody with respect and humility, regardless of where they come from, is very important. Like, it's very important. But, and yeah, like I don't even know how to explain it. So I had a camera in my room that I always left on, and this is what my camera like captured. That's him. Yeah, guys, that's the story time. That's the story time. And the main reason why I titled it as I was homeless is because I got kicked out and then I moved in with my friend. And at that time, I was still trying to get to know her. But because she understood the situation, she basically was like, girl, come live with me. Like, my mom's not here. Come live with me. Like, it's not that serious. We need to get you out of the spot. So, yeah, really like this video. If you guys want more sit-down videos, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to be part of that channel. I broke my neck. But subscribe to be part of the channel. I ended up not finishing the cake, but I'm going to do it right now because, yeah. But this is how it looks like. But yeah, if you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be part of the channel or the family, nonetheless. Yeah, share this video with a friend or two. And if you're thinking about coming abroad, subscribe to the channel because I am going to be posting more immigration content, the full gist. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. Bye.